Hello everyone, I'm Kallol Dahal and in today's class we're going to study Unit 18, Road Accidents in Nepal and a poem called Long Life. So let's begin. Hello students, so today let's begin the new chapter, Unit 18, Road Accidents in Nepal. Are poor roads solely to blame? Every day as we scroll through the news feed or flip through the pages of a newspaper, we witness news of a road accident. After that, we curse a lot of people, those in power and those responsible for the poor construction of the road. But if we delve into the causes of road accidents, we will find it is not just the government or the department associated with road infrastructure. Drivers' negligence is a key factor contributing to the high number of deaths in road accidents. Driving is a personal thing, and the responsibility for maintaining safety is more on the drivers. Safe driving is a mixture of discipline, experience, and maturity, traits young people lack. If the minimum age to acquire a driving license is extended from 16 to 20, it might help reduce the road accidents. Motorbikes, among others, are the most popular form of vehicle in Nepal. In developing countries like Nepal, motorbikes outnumber cars. Among other reasons, what makes two-wheelers so popular is the cost. What is more, motorbikes can maneuver themselves through traffic congestion, which is another problem on Nepali roads. Mostly, they are between the age of 18 and 40, and it is the age where one does not have much control over emotions and desires. Youths in Nepal are seen riding motorbikes at a very high speed. So here, maneuver means to change the outcome according to one's wish by changing the process. So maneuver means to change the process. Whatever you're doing, if you change it, then that will be maneuver. Safe driving is a mixture of discipline, experience, and maturity, traits young people lack. If the minimum age to acquire a driving license is extended from 16 to 20 or even more, it might help to decrease the number of road accidents. The parents at home and the educational institutions should also play their roles by monitoring the youngsters. Schools and colleges can restrict students from riding until they turn 20, and parents should not be in a hurry to buy their kids a motorbike or any other vehicle. The youths should be given access to vehicles only after they attain a sense of maturity. At night, we often come across drivers who drink and drive. Since driving requires great concentration, a slight mistake can cause severe injury or even death. The drivers themselves must be conscious of their drinking habits. They should not drink before driving. That is something a responsible driver can do. And from the perspective of the law, a person who drinks and drives must be punished and made aware so that he does not repeat it. Strict checking should be held at the checkpoints in the city areas, and enough traffic officers should be deployed to get hold of the culprit. Poor road infrastructure is something that should not be overlooked while discussing the deaths caused by road accidents. The narrow lanes with countless potholes are responsible for the increasing number of road accidents. There are roads where two vehicles cannot even pass through. During the monsoon, especially in hilly areas, roads are blocked for days due to landslides. The passengers face such ordeal that they opt to stay home than travel. Such is the condition of road infrastructure in Nepal. Poor road conditions result in a number of accidents. To develop better road infrastructure, the different government agencies, Department of Roads and Department of Transport Management, should coordinate between themselves. That way, we will witness less number of road accidents. So this is the text, and I hope you have understood the text. Now let's go to the exercise. Complete the sentences with the correct words given below. So we have been given with some words, and we are supposed to choose the correct word into the blank that have been given over here. Now, a car hit a boy. People dash the accident. People witnessed the accident. The earthquake destroyed the dash of the building. Infrastructure of the building. Excessive number of motorbikes and violation of traffic rules cause traffic congestion. As we judge others from our dash, we fail to understand their problem from our perspective. Good dash among the staff flourishes a healthy relationship. Coordination. Anusha looks sad as she faced an ordeal. Now let's dive into answer these questions. According to the writer, who do we curse for road accidents? So according to the writer, we curse the government for road accidents. All the answers have been given there. So now I expect you to do the remaining questions as your homework. Now, what measures can be taken to maximize the road safety in Nepal? Discuss. Here you need to write your own opinion. What do you think would be helpful towards maximizing the road safety and minimizing analyzing the accidents that are occurring on a daily basis. Research on some of the points, you can find it online as well, and then you have to do it as your homework. Now, pronunciation, congestion, infrastructure, witness, pedestrian, maneuver, jaywalking, mishap, motorways, transport, safeguarding. Now let's go to another exercise. Grammar. Study the following sentences. Notice how subject and verb agree with each other. Games and sports are part and parcel of our regular life. There is lots of research. Participating in sports reduces our stress and makes our mood better. So here, games and sports, this is a subject and are is a verb. So this are, the verb, has to agree with the subject. So games and sports, there are two subjects given over here, so we use plural verb. But here, there is only there, so we use is. Participating in sports, the participation is one singular subject. That's why we have used singular verb over here with es. Participating in sports reduces. Some of our food habits. So it's some of our food habits. Out of all the food habits, some are also risking our lives. So this is called subject-verb agreement. The verbs should agree with the subject and the subject should agree with the verb. So let's see in the exercises. My uncle and aunt, this is two subjects. So my uncle and aunt, plural. So we need plural verb. My uncle and aunt come to my house every Friday. Their dash time to watch the movie. There is time. My friends who are in the band. So this is my friends, plural. So it wants plural. My friends who are in the band want me to play a musical instrument. Everyone is always counted as singular. So everyone needs time to relax. Your trousers look new. Some of the books on the shelf are missing. So now I expect you to do the remaining as your homework. Let's go into writing. Do you think extracurricular activities are important for students? Write an essay giving your opinions. Divide the essay into the following parts. Now the main question here is, do you think whether extracurricular activities are important for the students? If yes, present your opinions. If no, why do you think so? You have to give your opinions. But to make your work easier, the question has given some guidance on how to divide your essay. So first of all, you have to write the introduction, where you need to write down the definition and examples of extracurricular activities. What are extracurricular activities? What does it mean when someone says extracurricular activities? You have to write the definition of extracurricular activities and the examples of extracurricular activities. Then after dealing with the introduction, you need to deal with the body. Change the paragraph and write the importance and challenges of those extracurricular activities. Why those extracurricular activities are important? What does it give you? What benefit does it give it to you? You need to write about all those things. And while having such importance, there must be some challenges which we need to overcome before we can ace those extracurricular activities. So you have to write down those challenges and how to overcome those challenges as well. So this will make the second paragraph. Then in conclusion, you have to sum up your ideas. In summing up the ideas, you need to write whether you favor the extracurricular activities or not. That way your essay will be concluded. So now let's move forward. Now we have next text, a poem called Long Life. Let's begin. Life is too short to be spent griping about the past, things you don't have, places you haven't seen, things you haven't done. Life is too short to be spent holding grievances against another, finding fault in your brother, counting the wrongs done on you. Life is just long enough to enjoy the beauty of a sunrise, the smell of wet earth, and the sound of laughter after a long day's work. Life is just long enough to practice compassion and generosity, to comfort the grieving, to lend strength to the faint-hearted, and direction to the lost. Written by Tricia May Chua. Now let's go into the exercises, which will help make this poem clearer. Match the words in column A with their meanings in column B. Griping, mourning over something. Grievances, complaints. Fault, error, defect, flaw. Compassion, empathy and concern for others' feelings. Generosity, kindness with giving time, help, money, etc. Faint-hearted, lacking courage. Now, another exercise. Complete the summary of the poem with the suitable words given below. Life could be both short and long depending on how you perceive it. It is too short to waste our time in taking worries about the past, finding others' fault
faults and wrongdoings. Now, remaining 2, I hope you'll be able to do it. This will be your homework. Now, answer these questions. All the answers have been given there, so this is also your homework. Mark it down. If you are with any doubts, you know how to get back to us. Now, question number D. Do you agree with the poet's views about life? Give your opinion. Read the poem once again, go through it, dig deeply, and then think about it, whether you agree with the poet's views about life or not. If you agree, give your opinion why. If you don't, write down why not. This is also your homework. Now, grammar. Study the following pairs of sentences. Do they have similar or different meanings? Life is too short to spend on luxuries. Life is not long enough to spend on luxuries. Sounds similar. Kanchan's sister is too young to get married. Kanchan's sister is not old enough to get married. Again, sounds similar. It's not late enough to go to school. It's too early to go to school. Now, these sound different. It's not late enough to go to school means you can go on your own pace. But it's too early means you should not be going to school because it's too early. The box is heavy enough for them to lift. The box is too light for them to lift. These also sound different under different contexts. The dress is loose enough to wear. The dress is not too tight to wear. These sound similar again. Now, choose the correct words from the brackets to complete these sentences. Akash was dash enough to lift the suitcase. Akash was strong enough to lift the suitcase. They aren't too sociable to deal with. My friend is intelligent enough to help me with maths. Now, remaining 3, you try it on your own. And let's go to question number C. Rewrite the following sentences so that they have similar meanings. Use the words given in the brackets. One example is given. Example. The tea is too hot to drink. Cold enough. The tea is not cold enough to drink. Now, I can't reach there on time. It's too far. It's not near enough for me to reach there on time. Or, it's not near enough to reach there on time. Samata can't wear a sari. She is too young to wear it. Samata isn't old enough to wear a sari. My bag is light enough to carry. My bag is not too heavy to carry. So what you have to do here is you have to read the sentence and then using the phrases given in the bracket, you have to change the sentences without changing the sense to it or without changing the meaning. Sangam is too young to drive a motorbike. Sangam is not old enough to drive a motorbike. So see, the sense of the sentence is not changed here. Priya isn't tall enough to reach the ceiling. Priya is too short to reach the ceiling. I hope you have understood this. So that was all for today's class. How did you find today's class? If you have any suggestion or complaints, please get back to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. We would be here in another class with another chapter. Till then, goodbye and have fun.